Yo, what is going on, guys? So in today's video, I want to be talking about a major problem in the extreme endgame spectrum of the Mcoc community. So, this really doesn't apply to a vast majority of the player base. I know a lot of people are saying that have said in regard to this that, T2A is not a problem. Like, I get a ton of T2A. And I'm like, yeah, I used to get a ton of T2A as well. When you finish Act 6, you're literally swimming in T2A. Like Captain Bay, he has like 30-some Tier 2 alphas in his overflow that he's trying to use up right now. I'm talking about like once you're completely done, all the content in the game. Abyss is done. All the new content is done. You're really like you're in a Masters or high Platinum level alliance. This is more to speaking to Masters because there's a specific withdrawal of T2A there, which we're going to talk about. So the main problem is just that we have far more Tier 5 Basic than we do of Tier 2 Alpha. It's literally impossible to use all of our Tier 5 Basic. I'll just give you a simple showcase of it here. I have 10 Tier 5 Basic. You can see I'm capped. And I only have 16 Tier 2 Alpha. It's not physically possible to use all of my Tier 5 Basic with the limited amount of Tier 2 Alpha that I have, even if I do the biggest possible rank ups, which are 6-star rank ups because they cost more Tier 5 Basic. We can see a rank 2 to rank 3 is 8 Tier 2 Alpha and only 4 Tier 5 Basic. So I could get rid of 8 Tier 5 Basic and all my Tier 2 Alpha, but I still have Tier 5 Basic, and that's rank 3 rank ups that maybe I don't want to do right now. And let's see, do I have any Tier 5 Basic in Overflow? I currently don't, but you can see still that all my Tier 2 Alpha, with all my Tier 2 Alpha, I can't get rid of all my Tier 5 Basic, and that's the problem. And Tier 5 Basic is supposed to be a more sought after resource. You should have more Tier 2 Alpha than you should of Tier 5 Basic, like a lot more. And so that's the real problem. So what I'm suggesting is a very extremely simple solution. And I made a little graphic. Boom. This is it. Very simple solution. You can put it in the Black ISO market and to just make a trade. It's simple. 1 Tier 5 Basic for 3 Tier 2 Alpha. It's that simple. It's literally that simple. That would solve so many problems for so many players in the endgame T2A Drought situation. It's seriously that simple. Like, Kabam just needs to put it into the game. And like people might say, but that's not a fair trade because it's a Tier Basic catalyst for a Tier Alpha catalyst. They're different species of catalysts. That can't work. And well, if you say that, I don't know, maybe someone would say that. I don't know. I base that graphic off of this initial offer, which took Tier 3 Basic to trade for Tier 1 Alphas. So it's a Basic to Alpha cross-species trade already going on in the Black ISO market. So why can't it be done for just higher levels of catalysts? It totally can be done. It's just up to Kabam to do it. So yeah, it's that simple. Also, what they could do is, because the Black ISO market is limited to spending money, they could also just put it into this tab here with the other catalyst where you can trade, 2 class catalysts for a crystal that excludes that specific class. They could put it here, then like people like Brian Grant and like Junior who don't spend could have access to that type of an offer. But yeah, it's really that simple of a solution. Will Kabam do it? I don't know. Another interesting. So that's it. Like, that's the simple answer. If you clicked on this video, just wanted to know what my solution was. That's it. You can leave now if you'd like. What I also wanted to talk about, though, is something that it makes no sense, and we'll do some math to show it makes no sense. The Alliance War season rewards, which are like the best attainable rewards playing this game right now, like that you can get like every month, unlike content that's like has to come out, which there's no timeline on to get if you have everything done in the game again. So it's just really the only place to get like these new resources. And so Master has no Tier 2 Alpha. They took Tier 2 Alpha out of the top 4 ranks in Alliance War a while ago, and everyone was like, "Why? What are you doing? Like, Why? It makes zero sense. We want tier 2 alpha. Why are you punishing us for placing higher? And it's here in Platinum 1. There's 3 tier 2 alphas. Now, the funny thing, the thing I find just hilarious is, so we're going to do some math here, because this is one way to look at it. I'm not saying this is the right way. This is just one way, a funny way to look at it, okay? So there's two tier 5 basic in master. You drop 1 rank down to Platinum 1. There's 1 tier 5 basic and 33,750 tier 5 basic fragments, plus 3 tier 2 alphas. So one way to look at this is it takes 45,000 fragments to form a tier 5 basic catalyst. So if you minus 45,000 by 33,750, you get 11,250 tier 5 basic catalyst fragments. So if you could look at this as Kabam views 3 tier 2 alphas to the equivalency of 1/4 of a tier 5 basic. And if you look at it that way, this deal looks pretty good for them. I would make if you want to use their own logic against them, it makes this deal seem pretty good, right? So I just thought that was funny that they're comparing 1/4 of a tier 5 basic to 3 full tier 2 alphas. So I don't know. It's really silly that there's no tier 2 alpha in the master rewards, man. It's honestly, I don't know why. Well, there's theories as to why. It's so that they can make more tier 2 alpha sales to make more money, and there certainly has been tier 2 alpha deals. Like just the other week, I don't have a screenshot on hand to use as an example, but there was one in game not too long ago. And even with new content that gets released, let's go take a look at Act 7, the newest content that we have, Act 7, Chapter 1. Let's take a look at the rewards. Alright guys, so if we take a look at the Act 7 rewards, which is the most recent content, I had to re-record this part because I was like, wait, where are the catalysts? But they're that's right, they're on paths, so I had to add it all up. So I made a little graphics, a couple graphics to further illustrate my point here. And so this is the total amount of catalysts that you get from Act 7, Chapter 1, the newest endgame content currently to date in MCOC as of 2021 February, mid-February. So there's 6 tier 5 basic and only 9 tier 2 alpha. Now to put that into perspective, I broke down the ratios of all rank ups in the game that require tier 2 alpha and tier 5 basic. So I made a nice clean little graphic right here with the ratios. So for a 5-star, it takes 6 tier 2 alphas and only 2 tier 5 basics to take a 5-star from rank 4 to rank 5. From a 6-star, from rank 1 to rank 2, it's 7 tier 2 alphas and 3 tier 5 basics. And then taking a 6-star from rank 2 to rank 3, it's 8 tier 2 alphas and 4 tier 5 basics. So if you're looking to get rid of tier 5 basics, the best way to do that is with 6-stars. It just gets rid of them quicker. If you're trying to do that, get them out of the overflow, it's the most cost-effective way to do it without burning too much tier 2 alpha. So let's give Kabam the best odds on this, which is the 6-star from 2 to rank 3, which is basically a 2-to-1 from tier 2 alpha to tier 5 basic. At the absolute bare minimum by Kabam's rank up standards, there should at least be 12 tier 2 alphas in Act 7, Chapter 1, if you're going to give 6 tier 5 basics. Otherwise, the math doesn't add up. It's just simple addition. Like come on, Kabam. It's not right, man. It's really not right. So this is why there's such a problem in the end game once you really get down to it with these catalysts. Just the basic fundamental math just doesn't add up, and it's just the system is made to screw you over and to be in a bad position, to be like, oh well, I guess I'm gonna have to spend money to get tier 2 alpha. And if that's not the case, Kabam, prove it, because it really looks like that's the case. It looks like you're incriminating yourself, especially when you release the tier 2 alpha deals. Like that's just the way it makes you look. I'm not saying that that's what it is, because I don't know, but it certainly looks that way, that you're just trying to get more money for tier 2 alpha, because this isn't right. So we need to see more tier 2 alpha. And again, just my simple solution, and I just kind of wanted to talk about it in the video. So yeah, that's my simple solution. Just make it able to trade tier 5 basic for tier 2 alpha. Because I find it interesting, something that Brian said was that, and this does kind of make sense, that they're giving us more tier 5 basic because we're going to need a lot of it when we eventually move to the next rank, and we're not going to need any tier 2 alpha from rank 3 to rank 4, but we are going to need 5 tier 5 basic, which does make sense, but that is a long time away, and I don't know, that's I don't know. So yeah, guys, that's gonna do it for this video. Let me know what you guys think. If you guys like aren't in the end game, but you just kind of like watching these kind of videos to see maybe what's gonna be in store for you pretty soon, or just kind of hear what's going on at different stages of the game, or if you are in the end game, let me know what you guys think. If you agree with me, I love to read comments, especially on stuff like this, see what you guys are thinking, because when you pool a whole bunch of people's intellect and thoughts and brainstorm together, like, you get cool ideas. So if you guys have any ideas, let me know. That's why I love streaming, like seeing cool ideas that you guys just come up with that I wouldn't even think of, and just we all think differently, so I think it's really cool. And yeah, so let's start a little bit of a discussion in the comments. But yeah, if you do agree, drop a thumbs up, get this video out there a little bit more. I'm gonna send it to Kabam. Maybe they'll see it, maybe they'll agree with me, maybe they'll do something, probably not. But yeah, that's gonna do it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Peace out.